Hey y'all, it's me again. Um, I guess I haven't posted in a while. It's not because I've forgotten, it's just nothing's really happened in the past week and a half. Like, I didn't meet with my counselor this week because he was out of town, so there's no new progress on that front. Um, I guess really, it's the limbo period between when spring semester ended and when my summer classes begin, which they actually begin next week. And I think I'm going a little crazy, a little stir crazy, because I haven't really been doing anything. Like, the most productive things I've been doing with my days are going running, and I beat a video game, and that's about it. I guess I don't deal with not having anything to do very well. Looking back at some of my other summers, it was sit, play video games, eat, and sleep. And that's just not healthy. But I saw my boyfriend today, and today was wonderful. And the one thing that got me thinking was my counselor talks to me about mania, and if I go through periods of mania, which is an extremely elevated state of just bliss to the point where it's damaging. And I can't really recall any times where I've gotten to that point, but at the same time, there's always a feeling bubbling that I want to do something crazy and outrageous because I'm at an elevated state. And I don't know if I just can't tell what happiness is. And that sounds really, really lame. But maybe I just don't know what it feels like to be happy, and I'm mistaking that feeling for being outrageous and beyond what's normal because I'm not used to it. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, even with what had happened to me in the past, I've had to have some periods of happiness. I have to have some knowledge of what it feels like, right? But it's one of the things, I don't know if I'm explaining it right to my counselor, but what I feel 90% of the time does not feel normal. I don't feel like a normal person. I feel like there's something going on in my head. I'm not sure if I explained it to you guys earlier, but it's like there's always a black cloud looming, like some sort of black hole, just looming in the back of my mind, and sometimes it comes forward, and those are usually the days where I'm at a low. But even at my happiest points, I have to be in a really, really high point to not feel its presence. But after I come down from that point, I feel it. And one of the things I related it to, I don't know if anyone's played Fable, but it feels like Jack of Blades. You know, that pure demonic power that you can't ever really get rid of, and it's always there, but it's not always seen. And that's what it feels like. Just dark, heavy, a little mad. By mad I mean maddening, mad scientist mad. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. And at the same time, on the reverse side, when I do go through periods of highs, of ups, it just feels like it's bubbling, just this energy just bubbling, and it's good, but it feels weird. It doesn't feel like a normal reaction would be. Like, I can be happy by getting a text from an old friend, and it doesn't cause that reaction. But if there's days like today where, I just get to spend time with someone I love and things go well and things are fun, it feels like I'm being lifted almost, kind of detaching myself from reality, not in a disassociative way, but just more in like I'm separating, maybe separating from that cloud a little bit, but I'm never truly disattached from that cloud, and I don't feel like that's normal. Maybe it is, but everyone I've talked to about this, most people I've talked to about this, they explain to me that no, they don't feel that way. And so if no one else is feeling that way, how can it be normal? I can't have met every non-normal person. Like, the statistic chances of that just aren't good. But it's always like, a lot of the time, my emotions are heightened. When I'm low, I'm sunk. When I'm at a high, happy, it's almost like I can't control it. And that's what my counselor says sets me apart, is because I can control it. And if I couldn't, I would be in a state of mania, a manic state, and it would be damaging. So the possibilities here are, one, because of, my past and the bad things that have happened to me, I'm a little developmentally behind, and maybe I don't know what happiness is, and I don't know how to cope with it yet, which is probably more likely. Or two, maybe I am borderline, and I've learned how to cope with certain things. But that's probably less possible, because apparently that doesn't happen until you're about 40. And I have a long way to go before I am 40. And adding to either of these cases, I could be bipolar. He has expressed that it is very possible that I'm bipolar, and my lamictal is subduing that. Not completely, but partially subduing it. So at this point, I really don't know what to do, and I see him Tuesday. Hopefully I can get some of this cleared up a little bit. 'Cause I don't feel normal. I truly don't. And so that's what's been happening.